David Ojabo tore his Achilles at his pro day, completing what is a nightmare scenario for any draft prospect. What does this do to his draft value? Let's get in it. I'm Ryan Tracy. This is RGR Football, my channel, Ryan Going Rogue, where we talk not just about the Chiefs, but a lot of Chiefs, but about the NFL and particularly about the draft. The Athletic Matrix is out. You guys want to check that out. Like, don't miss this because this is probably the best year that I've had yet. And because you're here, you can get that code RGR22AM to get a significant discount off the cost of the Athletic Matrix, which is the next gen evolution of composite metrics on athleticism. This is the cutting edge. I've been developing this for years and years and years. I'm a physiologist and a strength and conditioning coach, performance coach. This is where it's come from. And David Ojabo has been a guy that's been high on that list, had a nice combine, tested really well, really showed the measurables that go with what you see on film. And I think it solidified where his draft positioning was in there between 10 and 20 in the first round. This injury is significant. It is a tear of the Achilles tendon. The path back is generally thought to be somewhere between 6 months, like you saw with the Rams running back, Cam, and somewhere between 10 months, something like that. It is not a done deal that's 100% recovery, but it's highly likely. But the question becomes, yes, he needed a year to develop anyway because he is raw, but the athleticism there, and quite frankly, playing opposite a player like Aiden Hutchinson certainly helps. And if you're a team that has an edge in-house, you can feel comfortable about that. So now it becomes, where do you see value now? For me, I drop him down into the late first round. I think some teams will drop him down into the second easily. And at the end of the day, I feel like he could fall all the way into the second round, but not much. I mean, I think he's still probably in the top 36, 38 picks no matter what, because the upside is there. And even for a raw player, the production that he had was significant. So I think that all goes to say that, yes, it's more of a risk now, but you still have the upside, and whatever you were thinking you were going to get, you probably weren't banking on first-year impact to be outrageous because of what you need to do in terms of development on the field, technique, et cetera, et cetera. This diminishes what is his strength, but I don't think it diminishes what is his prognosis for development. So, yes, it's a hiccup, and yes, it degrades his value. I do think he will probably fall into the second, like I said. I'm okay with that. I could even see one of the teams in the 30s taking a risk on him. Maybe that includes Kansas City. If you're Brett Veach, you might think that that's a value now once that get there, because I have a feeling players like this are probably high on the Chiefs board. And so that might turn into something. Do I know that? I can't know until I see their board or I have conversations. On my board, he will now be most likely in the low first. We'll see what the grades come out. We're doing all kinds of film grading this year, as well as the matrix and all the production metrics that you get from me every year. The draft guide will be out, and that will all be included. But I think you will see a medical deduction for him. I don't think that it is a negative long-term. What we've seen in recovery, Cam Akers is just one. In Kansas City, we've seen Derek Johnson recover as well. I don't think this is a permanent drop in his upside. I will say that. But I think it slows the progression. Maybe that's a good thing in terms of getting film time, getting instruction time, being in meetings, etc. And maybe it knocks 3-5% off the top of what his high-end ceiling was in terms of athleticism. There will be an effect from it, but I don't think it's going to be drastic. I'm looking forward to seeing him, maybe even possibly in a Chiefs uniform. So let me know what you think. Leave your comments below. For all of you draftniks, make sure that you go get the Matrix. You want to know what's going on athletically. There will be a huge update before the draft guide comes out with all the pro day data as well. Unfortunately for David Ojabo, not much data there and a really terrible outcome. Feel for him, but the draft is still coming. We'll have more for you. Make sure you like and sub to make sure you get more of this content, and hit the bell notifications so you know if I have to drop something rather drastic or at the drop of a dime. Don't miss the mocks on Sunday nights and the live Q&A on Monday nights. If you're not a Chiefs fan, that's okay. Come on and we can talk draft with you as well. So hope you guys have a great one. Thanks for watching this. Make sure